Hey everyone, it's Ron from Cali Fabric. We've got a fantastic Deadstock drop this week. We've got a big group of silks, some incredible suitings from some very high-end designers that I'm so excited to show you. Let's take a look. All right, let's get started. The first couple things that we are adding are these two. These are actually polyester chiffons, and then we've got some silks in front of these. But these are really cool because they coordinate with these. These are those two twills that we added last week, and these are perfectly coordinating polyester chiffons. So if you wanted to do like a sheer and solid type thing, there's some really cool opportunities there. And then here is again, the ivory. You can kind of see them next to each other, but the perfect coordinates. Very, very cool. Kind of thing that you don't see very often either. So pretty interesting, cool stuff you can do with that. Okay, now we're getting into the silks. Starting it with some silk chiffons. Chiffon doesn't always mean super duper sheer. So like this is a silk chiffon and it really isn't terribly sheer. It's a little bit, you can kind of see, but this one is a little bit more opaque than most. Really pretty scroll work kind of floral print here. This is a more traditional in terms of how sheer it is. Let's see if we can get that into focus there. Blurry. There we go. Okay, yeah, a little bit more of a traditional as far as sheerness, lightweight. These are really beautiful, airy Italian silks. This one's really cool. This is a clip jacquard kind of chiffon. It is, you can kind of see, it's got these sort of rectangles that are not sheer on top of the sheer background with this really, really pretty floral print. This one here is a burnout. So it's got this cool branch silhouette, and then it's kind of goes between like a satin and a sheer. And that is the burnout. Here we have a red leopard print chiffon. Again, very, very nice and airy, beautiful quality on those. Another animal print chiffon. This one's super fun. This is like a 3D heart print chiffon. It's a crinkle chiffon too, so it's just a slight crinkle texture. I love the colors. I love this print. Such a fun print. Also, this one has just a little bit of stretch on the width. Not a ton, but just a little bit of stretch on the width. That may just be because of the crinkle texture, because I think it is 100% silk still. And this one here is one more chiffon. Again, this is just a really pretty mini floral. These two are very cool. These are silk crepe organza, so crepe-like texture, but it's got that kind of papery body to it of an organza. Nice sheer, really beautiful color, kind of a unique find. I don't see these very often, but really, really nice and pretty. A lot of these are leaning spring. We're very, very ready for that here. I think we got a week of rain in front of us, so we are very much thinking spring. My daughter was telling me this morning on the way to school, when's spring coming? She's ready. This is a red organza, really nice, rich color. I always laugh at like silks and organzas. Like this is 20 yards. This is 20 yards. This looks like the end of a roll, but this is literally 20 yards. It's just so fine and lightweight. This is a beautiful organza. These two here, I initially thought these were silk, which is why they're in with this group, but these are actually rayon. But look at these prints. Like, this is a beautiful rayon sateen print. The colors absolutely pop. It's got this like urban watercolor vibe, this kind of traditional garden floral on this warm white background with a really nice sheen. Absolutely beautiful. This one, I think I only have 9 yards of. This one here is also, this print is actually even bigger. Let's see if we can kind of see it. I'm holding as far as I can. This is like a jumbo watercolor on ivory. Again, it's that really pretty flowy rayon charmeuse satin or sateen, really more of a sateen. Very, very soft. And like I said, really nice sheen. Those are really pretty. Those will sell out. This one is very cool. This is another burnout. This is a silk organza burnout with this really beautiful rose pattern. More silks. This is a silk from Italian silk from Kate. That's the designer. This is, again, this one is stunning. A lot of these are kind of bigger prints. This one is a repeating black and white floral on this really beautiful kind of sandy ombre. It's not a panel. It just kind of keeps going. But just absolutely beautiful. The drape and the weight of this one are exceptional. It's an exceptional silk. Really nice. A very usable print. I feel like you could do a lot with this. You could do a top, you could do a dress, you could do a skirt. And it's just absolutely stunning. Great color. The prints are top quality. And like I said, just the hand and the drape of this silk are absolutely, I mean, it's silk charmeuse, and it's a very, very nice silk charmeuse. This one here is kind of cool. This one is almost sort of a lawn, or I'm calling this a silk micro twill, because this one is very, very lightweight, but it does have a very fine twill weave. If I can kind of show it in the camera there, if it even gets it. It's a very, very fine twill weave. Lightweight. This would make a great blouse. Again, a dress, something for spring and summer. It's very lightweight. Obviously, it's silk, so it's going to be breathable. Getting into some silk charmeuse. This one is a stretch and a really gorgeous bright orange. This is one in just kind of like a creamy ivory color. This one is a non-stretch. This is a bright, bright red. Again, really pretty. And then this, I love this color. This is a really cool lemon yellow. And this one has just a bit of stretch. Just a bit. I mean, 10, 15%. Really nice, vibrant color. And again, these are all Italian high-quality silks. This is something we don't get very often. This is a crepe back silk satin in kind of a mid-weight. It's really kind of a matte satin. It's not super shiny, but you can kind of see it does have that sheen there. That just slightly pebbled texture, a little bit of stretch along the width. And again, the back is a really nice refined crepe look. A lot you can do with this. Again, kind of a unique find from this group that we got in from these Italian designers. Ooh, this one's cool. He said after each one. So this is another crepe back matte satin, but this is like a heavy viscose. This is like a jacket, like really nice, lot of body here. Really pretty, soft sheen to it, and still, even on the face, has that kind of slight pebbly texture from the crepe. Really cool, interesting fabric. Another one that I only have like 9 yards of, so it is going to sell out. And that tan is just so beautiful and rich. This was cool. I thought this was silk. This is actually a rayon with a textured golden stripe. It's got a little bit of stretch to it. It is sheer. So it's like a rayon crinkle chiffon with this woven in golden metallic stripe. All right. This here is a silk, which has a bit of mylar sewn in. So this is kind of a silver black, super shiny sheer chiffon that has kind of almost a crepe-like look to it, but it's a chiffon. Really, I'm incredibly airy. Like, it literally looks like a bubble on the camera. That's kind of how it feels. Very light, like super metallic. Very cool. That's a really cool one. This is a polyester. There we go. A poly chiffon, or kind of almost really a poly georgette with like these clip dots. Really nice and pretty. The flow is really nice. Even the polys that we got, and these are also from Italian designers. They're very nice quality. This sort of crescent, these are metallic if you can't tell. These kind of silver metallic crescents on black. And this is another poly woven, really nice and flowy. This one here, I think this is the wet look. So let's see. Yes, it is. So this is a ciré, or a wet look polyester woven. So very much almost like a poplin, just going to very plain weave, but has like this super glossy coating to it. So it's got kind of a wet look, a little bit of stretch on the width, but this is not a super stretchy fabric, but just a really, really fun one to play with. And very soft, high-end feel to it. This one's really cool. So when I first saw this one, I thought we had made a mistake because I don't buy fabrics with glitter. It just makes too much of a mess. If you buy one roll with glitter on it, all of a sudden all of your rolls have glitter. So we generally avoid glitter. This is not glitter. This is a woven in stripe. So this is actually like Nothing comes off. There's no, it's not a glued on glitter. This is actually a woven in stripe, even though it looks like a textured glitter. Pretty cool. This is actually a 4-way stretch woven navy with like these like black on navy horizontal stripes. Again, this is really cool texture, really interesting fabric, and no mess, which is fantastic. Okay, this one here is really pretty. This is like a bright, shiny copper penny. I only have, I think, maybe 4 yards of it. This was a tiny little piece that we got, but it's so cool. It's got a twill weave. It is very, very metallic, very shiny copper twill weave. This one here is a heavyweight polyester gabardine. It's got a really nice pronounced twill weave. A great feel and drape on this one. We don't do a ton of like polywovens like this, but this one was just kind of exceptionally nice and just looks really, really sharp. So we went ahead and grabbed some of that. This is a hot pink rayon tweed. Kind of see the texture there. Just really pretty. This is a really heavy weight. I mean, this is like 550 GSM or more. This would be great for a coat. It is very, very soft to the touch. Very nice high-end stuff. 100% rayon heavyweight tweed. Okay, this one is cool. This is a viscose gabardine. So you can kind of see it's got that little bit of a twill weave there. Got that incredible drape and softness to it and kind of a dusty aqua. I think of this as like a light 90s blue. I don't know, it's this dusty blue that's really popular in decorating in the 90s. Just slightly aqua, kind of dusty blue. Really pretty. And this fabric is just so nice and flowy. This would make an amazing dress, amazing jacket, skirt, anything that you want to have, like really fantastic drape, but it's got also kind of a nice body to it. It's not super lightweight. Really nice there. All right, moving down to the second shelf. This is another viscose suiting. I think this one also has a little bit of poly in it. So I think it's a viscose poly spandex suiting, a little bit of stretch in this sort of really pretty, I think I call it camellia, but kind of a bubblegummy pink. Really nice. Again, this would be great for separates, slacks, a skirt, a jacket, anything like that. This one's really cool. So you can kind of see this is 100% wool, a heavier weight, which has kind of almost a piqué texture to it. Again, really high-end designer from Italian. Very, very nice wool. This would make a really cool jacket for springtime in this color. It's a little heavy, but it also, I think, is going to be a little more breathable. The weave, the piqué kind of gives it a little bit more of a breathability to it as well. Really, really pretty. This is another 100% wool. We only got 2 wools in this group, and then I think there's 1 poly wool later on. This is a wool double cloth, so this has just an extra bit of heft to it, but it's also very, very soft for a wool. It's a twill weave, again, very heavyweight with a bit of stretch on the width. Really cool. This would make a fantastic jacket. Very, very comfortable and looks very high-end. It's a very kind of refined twill. So we're getting into kind of a row of very interesting black fabrics. This is really soft black. I think this is a viscose crepe. Yeah, that's what it is. Viscose crepe. Nice weight, great drape. Wonderful for a dress, a top, a skirt, again, anything like that. This is really cool. This is a heavy viscose, stretch viscose kind of twill suiting fabric. This will make a wonderful jacket. Very, very nice. So soft, kind of slinky even, but it's got a lot of body. I mean, this is heavyweight, so 300 to 400 GSM, a lot of weight to it, but also just like really nice movement. Obviously, it's not going to move like the silks, but this is also 5-6 times heavier than the silk, and it's really, really nice. It's make a wonderful jacket. This is the crate back heavy satin. So I showed you kind of a tan version of this. It's a viscose, which has like this really kind of nice matte crepey texture satin on the face. The back is kind of a refined crepe texture. Really pretty, usable. Really, you can use either side of that fabric, which is one thing that kind of makes it nice. This is a cotton sateen, a shirtweight cotton sateen. Really nice. We got this one in from New York. And the quality is just really, really nice. This would make a wonderful blouse or shirt. This is that poly wool I was talking about. This is just a classic poly wool suiting. Great drape from New York. Just kind of like a staple basic poly wool suiting. These ones are really nice. Okay, so these are, see if we can get the texture here. This is a white vegan leather. The hand is really soft. Reminds me, I have like a lambskin coat, and it reminds me of like a true lambskin. It's very, very soft, supple feeling faux leather. And then this is also, I'm going to kind of show it here, pretty stretchy in all directions. It's got a really nice bit of stretch to it. So if you're doing something more fitted or whatever, you totally could. You could do pants out of this. It's got that kind of stretch to it, and kind of got the nice weight and feel to it. And just, it looks really beautiful. Very, very nice high end. And then this is kind of a sandy color in the same fabric. Again, just so soft. These are very, very nice faux leathers. Faux leather, pleather, vegan leather, all kind of the same thing, but just very high end nice. This is, focus camera, focus. Oh, there we go. This is a viscose, 100% viscose heavy file. So file is kind of Bengaline's cousin. It's got these like tiny little ribs that run across, almost a shantung-like texture to it, but not so slubbed. So it has just its diagonal lines. Really pretty. Behaves in a way like almost a very heavy taffeta, with a little bit extra flex to it. Very pretty. A little bit of a sheen to it. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. A little bit of a sheen to it, but again, it just kind of like accentuates that really cool horizontal weave that it has, which makes it pretty distinctive. Lots of fun stuff you could do with that. Like I said, this is a heavyweight. It's a nice thick fabric. So coats, jackets, skirts, something like that. This one here, let's see, this is a nylon twill, which we got in from Alexander Wang. Really nice. They were using it for like a bomber jacket, which is the perfect use for this. It's got that really high-end slick feel that nice nylons tend to have. I thought it could be water resistant, but when I tested it, it didn't seem like it's water resistant, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still super nice. It would make a fantastic bomber jacket, or just other kind of jacket. Obviously, it's a nylon. It's going to be nice and durable as well. This one is very, very cool. We don't get a lot of velvets aside from our regular line of stretch velvets, which are nice. But this one came across our path and we had to do it because this one, it's a cotton velvet. I'm going to kind of focus on this. It's a cotton velvet in a deep, deep black. Got a little bit of stretch along the width, not a ton, but it is so soft. Like this is one of the nicest velvets I felt. I thought it was rayon, but it is just a dense, dense cotton velvet. It's also got, so the face is cotton. This backing here, it's got a little bit of a backing fabric, just adds a little bit of weight to it. This is poly. So it's got like kind of a poly interlock backing on a cotton face, a little bit of stretch, really nice. If you're in the market for like a heavier velvet, if it's something for like a velvet jacket, this would be absolutely top of the list. It is so, so nice. I cannot stress that enough. This is a very, very nice velvet, and you'll know that once you feel it. Last but not least is this really pretty kind of tomato red cotton linen blend. It's almost like a lawn weight, very, very light, great color, great texture, really pretty red cotton cotton linen blend. Really pretty. All right, that is it for this week. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything you saw in this video. You can shoot them to us at support@califabrics.com, or of course you can drop them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.